Pre-order deals are about to end on the S24 Ultra, the rest of the S24 series phones. We're in like the last 12 hours. Like we're coming down to 0 hour. Should you pre-order? And if you choose to, I have links in the description that can help get you an extra $50 in Samsung credit towards the Ultra, and you can get up to $750 trade-in credit, maximum value. They're doing the double the storage upgrade, which is actually even better value. Basically, it's like $970 value if you do the max trade-in. And they have the military discount, first responder, 15% student discount, 20% off of Samsung Care, lots of different exclusive colors, things like that, and the best and easiest trade-in program that I've ever used. So, anyway, now that I'm done with that, should you buy one? Maybe. And I like to throw that out there. Like, I'm not a salesman by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just here to help you make a decision on whether you should get one. So I bought one, obviously. I pre-ordered it. Here's my take. If you have an S23 Ultra, do not upgrade. It's not really that much of an upgrade. And the cool little AI features that the phone has, you're going to get those after the first half of the year anyway with the S23 Ultra. So you're really kind of just throwing away a good phone for a phone that some people might not even find as good. And the reason I say that, so when it comes to this phone, there's been a lot of people that have been upset about the way that the screen looks, saying that it's less vibrant and colors just don't pop as much. It's just not very vivid, right? And here, as you can see, it looks fine. But some people who have used previous Samsung phones go like, you put it side by side with the S23 Ultra, it doesn't pop as much. And is that a big deal? Maybe, maybe not. To me, I don't care. But some people who really like that super contrasty, bright, poppy screen, you kind of still get that. It's just maybe tuned down like a notch. And I think this was by design. I think Samsung has listened to this over the last couple of years, because one of the criticisms Samsung phones have is that they have a unrealistic looking screen, and they take unrealistic looking photos, which you look on that screen. It makes the greens look more green. It makes the blues look more blue. It makes, it just looks better than life. It just doesn't look as natural as I think it could be. So I think they tried to tone it down a little bit. Some people have had some backlash about that. I made a video about it. Is it an issue? Why is it an issue? Maybe some workarounds to fix it. Samsung has already said they're going to fix this. They're going to work on it. So I don't think that's a detractor from pre-ordering. But the thing with pre-ordering is you get all these extras, right? But we do know, and we can basically say with certainty, in the next couple of months, this phone will go on sale minus these freebies, and you will maybe save $100, $200. So if you don't care about getting like $150 of Samsung credit to put towards cases, and here, I bought a couple of cases with mine. I got the Samsung silicone case. Pretty decent case, makes the phone extra bulky. And the nice thing is all their cases this year come with the anti-reflective, anti-glare screen protector. It comes with 2 of them in the box, comes with the stuff to install it, and this is what it looks like on here. I mean, they did a pretty good job with it. I installed it in just a couple of minutes, had no problems. Nice and thin, it works well with the fingerprint scanner, so that's kind of a nice bonus. But you can use that Samsung credit for, put it towards a watch, put it towards earbuds, put it towards a case. There's all sorts of things you can use it for. A charging adapter, because this phone charges at 45 watts. A lot of people still have hang-ups with these phones because well, why am I paying $12.99 and it doesn't come with a charger? Well, nobody's phones really come with a charger anymore other than our good buddies at OnePlus, who, thank you, OnePlus, for continuing to give us chargers and fast chargers at that. But with the $100, $150 of Samsung credit you get, you can buy like 4 chargers. So, I mean, yeah, I get it that there's an argument there, especially if you don't pre-order. But if you do pre-order, like, buy chargers. Buy whatever you want. So I got the titanium violet color, and I made a criticism about this the other day in a video. I said it looks kind of like a paint sample. Like, it's a very, very flat color, and then with the border around it, every time I look at it, it reminds me of going to Home Depot and looking at those color samples. You know what I'm talking about, where it has like 2 or 3 samples, 4 samples, multiple ones on the little palette card with the little white border around it. I swear this looks, to me, it looks like a paint sample. So anyway, I do like the color well enough. The phone itself, it's nice. I really enjoyed using it. I said that I was uninspired. And let me qualify this, okay? So when you look at the phone, and then you look at it next to the S22 Ultra, and you look at it next to the S21 Ultra, on the backside, and they're almost indistinguishable from one another, like, it just doesn't really say, man, this is so innovative, right? There's been no changes with the S Pen. It's the same old, same old. They gave it a flat screen. I consider a flat screen less premium. I've always enjoyed the curved edge display, so that's not even really an upgrade for me. And it makes it less ergonomic. It makes it more wide. on the handstands and things like that. So I'm like, yeah, there are things that I do not find inspiring about it. Just like I find an iPhone uninspiring. They look the same, they work the same. iOS is still crap. I mean, there's just things I don't like, right? So when you look at the S24 Ultra, when you look at it, it looks just like the last one, which looked just like the last one, right? So there's not a whole lot there. That's what I was implying. Now, as far as performance, this phone is zippy. And it seems like they've really done a lot of work on optimizing the apps. And like Twitter is especially fast now. YouTube is especially fast now. Texting, the haptic feedback is great. I have really enjoyed using this phone. I haven't had it quite a week yet, so I'm not going to really comment on battery life, but battery life is pretty decent. And, well, I would expect so because the Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 last year was amazing. This is the Snapdragon 8 Generation 3. Cameras are top notch. The shutter speed is better. So I was taking pictures of my dog. I was doing some fast shutter speed stuff. I was tapping, and it was pretty responsive. So I do feel like Samsung did step it up a notch this year in making the camera work better. Hopefully that'll translate into better pictures for your pets and for your children and things like that. Some people are like, oh, why didn't you take a picture of your kids and see how it pans out? If I had a toddler, sure. But if you're like me and you have a bunch of teenagers, all they do is sit in their chair and play Fortnite. They're not moving around a whole lot. So it's not really a test of skill when it comes to the shutter speed on the phone. I could take a picture and they'll still be sitting there with their hand on their mouse, hunched over their keyboard, playing Fortnite. I'm sure some of you parents can relate to this. So anyway, should you pre-order it? Sure. If you have an S22 Ultra or previous, I think it's a pretty solid upgrade. I thought the S23 Ultra was a really good upgrade for the 22 Ultra because of the problems it had. I know some people have said that that has been fixed. Cool. I hope that it has been. I hope that they've adjusted some of that stuff with the software. I haven't used one in a year. So if it is better now, that's great. But when I use it, I would have gladly got rid of it. So I think S22 Ultra and previous, I think it's a solid upgrade. I think you'll probably enjoy it. I think there's some nice things here. We have moved over to the 200 megapixel camera for the last 2 years from the 108 megapixel. There's a lot of stuff that's changed in the last couple of years. You get 7 years of support now, 7 years of operating system updates, 7 years of security patches. That's nice, whether I believe it's true or not. I think Samsung's probably the one in the best position to do it, and I think they are probably the most reliable and have the best reputation in the Android world for software updates and security patches at this point. So the deals are good. I mean, $750 trading credit is nice. Plus, you get the freebies, you get the free storage upgrade. 512. You get 512 storage for the price of for the price of 256. That's a good deal, and I love having 512 gigabytes of storage because that's a ton. That's a really good deal. They have exclusive colors you can't get anywhere else. I know a lot of people. I've been surprised how many people have bought the orange and the yellow ones. But hey, I guess we're getting close to Easter here in a few months. I, of course, am a sucker for purple-colored things, so I bought this one. But overall, it's just a year-over-year upgrade. If you have the S23 Ultra, you're probably going to enjoy that. You probably don't want to get rid of it. If you do, go for it. I mean, I'm not going to tell you not to do that because I would probably do that. I know I said if I'm not a reviewer, I would not buy this. I probably wouldn't. I mean, I might. But I mean, I would recommend to myself that I don't because it's really not much improvement over the S23 Ultra, and it's still supported for another 4 years. So that's kind of the thing. If you're in the market, you want to switch over, want to leave your iPhone, want to get a new phone, haven't had one in a few years, get a good deal through your carrier, or want to buy one through Samsung, great options, great ways to go to get this to make it affordable and get you some nice, kickbacks and freebies and trade-ins and savings and all that stuff. Go for it. You got to do it quick though, because at midnight tonight, the pre-orders, they go away, and then you lose a lot of this stuff. So that's all I got in this video. If you have any questions or comments, of course, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. Again, links in the description. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.